Chris Byrd, former two-time heavyweight champion.
He is the pride of Clinton, Michigan, the heavyweight no one wants to face, Chris Byrd.
This is the bird's eye view. I'm here with light heavyweight champion, one of the greatest fighters out there in boxing, Bad Chad Dawson.
Yeah.
What's cracking, man? What's up?
What's going on? You know,
Everything
staying in
good?
shape. Yeah, staying in shape.
What you got coming up?
I did have Pascal lined up, but something about an injury on his side. So, you know, hopefully I can find something before March 23rd, get in there before then. But it look like the Pascal fight's gonna be in May.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
The rematch.
The rematch.
I know you want that.
Yeah. Long time. Wanted that since he went back and forth Bernard twice and lost the title. But I mean, I'm the champion again, but you know, it still means a lot to avenge that loss. Though.
I hear you. I want to go back a little bit as far as you know, your boxing, where you come from, and how'd you get started in the sport?
Yeah. Well, I'm from New Haven, Connecticut. That's where I was raised at. I was born in South Carolina, but you know, I started boxing. My father was a fighter. You know, I have 4 other brothers that box. You know, it was a family thing. You know, unfortunately, I was the only one that stuck with it. You know, throughout high school, everything. You know, I tried basketball, football, but at the end of the day, I always came back to boxing. I always knew that was going to be my way out. So, you know, here I am, 12 years in as a pro. You know, 3-time world champion. You know, I mean, I couldn't imagine I would have had accomplished so much in my career. You know, I don't think anybody could imagine that, especially where I come from. So, I'm just excited to be in the position I'm in. You know, looking to take my career further.
That's a blessing, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a blessing. So through your amateur career, you had an amateur career. What class did you come out? Because you know, every 4 years that class.
I came out. Actually, I came out in I think it was. I turned pro in 2001.
So you really a class of 2000? What? 2000 or 2000?
2000. Yeah, because I turned pro with Jermaine Taylor and those guys.
Okay,
you know?
all right,
yeah. But you know, when I was coming up, it was kind of hard because the Olympians came out. You know, it was kind of hard to keep up with those guys. But you know, I stayed quiet and calm. You know, and you know, I made it. You know, and out of all those guys, I think I'm like the only guy that's still standing. You know, from that class. I mean, that's still around and still like making noise. So, you know, like I said, when those guys were coming up, I was right there with them. But you know, they had the names. They were the Olympians. You know, I just stayed quiet and calm and kept my composure, and I just, you know, waited it out, kept quiet, and you know, I came out on top eventually. Yeah,
I know that for sure because you know, I follow boxing. But after I left amateur, I followed the pro boxing more than anything. And then when I see you splashing the scene as a professional, I think you beat Adamant.
Yeah, beat Adamant,
And I'm like,
my first world title,
who is this?
Yeah.
I know, honestly, I was like, who is this kid?
A lot of
lefty,
it was funny because
tall, skill set crazy.
A lot of people thought I was crazy for taking that fight. You know, I was never, I was never really like on a big stage. I had just beat Eric Harden. You know, and everybody thought, you know, it was a great fight with Eric Harden. But when to step up to Adamant, everybody thought I was crazy. But you know, I knew I could do it. I knew what I was up against, and you know, I did. I pulled it off. You know, I won my first world title.
Yeah, so, I mean, just great skills. You know, I get them on the phone with a couple of my friends that's boxers, former champions. They like, man, you see his kid Chad Dawson fight, just great skill.
I mean, out of every, I think that was the greatest. I think that was like the most proudest moment of my career right there, beating Adamant. Just because of all the, you know, people thought I was crazy for taking that fight. I was too young. Adamant was too tough, too strong. He could take a punch. He's this, he's that. But you know, I took the fight. I told my promoter Gary Shell, you know, I want the fight. He asked me, was I sure? I said, yeah, I'm sure. You know, and he made the fight, and the fight happened, and you know, I won the fight.
Yeah,
that surprised a lot of people. Yeah, especially a lot of people in my hometown. You know, where I'm from. You know, I surprised a lot of people. You know, I think it's different for them to see somebody from their hometown, somebody that they see every day on the big screen and winning the world title. You know, so.
And continue to do well. I mean, because you fought Hopkins twice. You fought Tarver twice.
Glenn Johnson twice.
twice. I mean, you fought some fights. What you think about those? That's like the big 3 in an era by themselves.
I mean,
what you think?
In all 3 of those fights, I learned a lot. But I think the Glenn Johnson fight, the first fight with Glenn Johnson, I learned the most. You know? I had never really been tested that way when I fought Glenn Johnson the first time, as far as him taking me into deep waters, going into the 8th, 9th, and 10th round, where you know he hit me some great body shots. You know, I never been in a position like that. You know, my body was hurting. You know, and just the way I pulled it out, I think not just showing everybody else what I was made of. I showed myself something, you know, because there was times like in the 5th or 6th round where I was like, what the? I mean, this guy's gonna keep coming, he's gonna keep coming. What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do?
And he was coming.
When I tell you, he hit me with some body shots where I wanted to fold up, but my pride wouldn't let me.
You had to check your drawers.
I had to check them. Yeah. I mean, after the fight, my body I was hurting. But like I said, I learned the most in that fight. The first Glenn Johnson fight, I learned a lot.
You see that's great because it's helping you out. Now. You know, and as you know,
and that's why I was able to go into the Tarver fight and handle Tarver the way I did because of what I went through with Glenn Johnson the first time. So, you know, in the second fight with Glenn Johnson, you know, it was a totally different fight from the first fight, which I wanted to make it a different fight because the first fight I didn't want to go through that anymore. You know? So
I hear you.
I had to make it a different fight.
Well, let's talk about the Pascal fight because when I see you fight that fight, I'm looking at you in boxing. I'm like, am I gonna touch this kid? I can call you a kid because I'm 42. I'm like, man, because you know. I was left-handed boxer, slick, and I look at you and I'm like, man, that boy bad. That boy can do his thing. Ain't nobody gonna touch him and beat him. And then when I see you fight Pascal, I was like, he don't look like the same type guy.
You know, even though I took the loss, I lost the fight, lost my world title, but I mean, I still learned something, you know. I learned something. Like I can honestly say, in my 2 losses, I learned something from both of those losses. You know? It's not like I lost and I can't figure out why I lost. I don't know why I lost, you know. So I always know why I lost. In the Pascal fight, I know why I lost, you know. It was my preparation for the fight. I didn't do the things I was supposed to be doing. You know, I was young. I was a world champion. You know, I was making money. You know, and I think every young man, you know, go through this. You know, I was on top already. I was young. And I just got sidetracked a little bit. But you know, I went into that fight. You know, I was up for the fight, but like I said, I made my mistakes and it showed that fight. So I trained for 4 or 5 weeks for that fight, and it showed. He won. He won the fight. He beat me. I mean, even though I came on in the 11th round, I was about to knock him out. But you know, the headbutt happened. But like I said, I learned something from it. You know? If I didn't learn anything from it, then I would be. I'll be down. But I know what I did wrong. The war fight, I know what I did wrong.
Because you had the Hopkins fights after that, right?
Yeah, I had the Hopkins fights after that because me and Tarver had a rematch, but instead he opted out of the rematch with me to go fight Bernard. And Bernard ended up getting the title back, and I had to end up going back and scoop him up from Bernard. So, you know, everything happens for a reason. You know?
They do.
So,
everything does happen for a reason. So I know what the fans really want to know about. I mean, this is we went through career, great career already. Want to know about Andre Ward. Because going into the fight, I mean, it was a lot of hype around this fight. I mean, great matchup. But, you know, for me, seeing your face after the fight, I like Andre Ward. I like boxing. I mean, you know, I already told you I'm a big fan of you. But it was your face after the fight. I'm a boxing guy. And I'm looking at your face like, he's not pleased with this. Not with just Andre beating you. I mean, that's just you get beat. The look on your face was like, I could have did much better. I mean, what went down?
You know what? First of all, you know, I mean, I did what any fighter would do, any great fighter would do. You know, I took a challenge. You know, I called Andre Ward out. He took the challenge, and we made the fight happen. You know. I'm not even going to go into the contractual agreements with the weight and everything like that, but, you know, I agreed to get down 168 pounds. I agreed to everything. I agreed to go to Oakland. I agreed to do everything in the contract. I agreed to it, you know, but, you know, going into the fight, you know, it was good, but up until the night of the fight when I had to lose 9 pounds, you know, the night before the weigh-in. So, you know, I did everything. I made the weight, but I can't blame anybody. I'm not going to blame John Scully, my trainer. I'm not going to blame my specific condition trainer. I'm not going to blame the promoter. It's my fault because I agreed to go down and fight him at that weight. Like I said, I'm not going to take anything from Andre Ward. He's a great fighter, and I think he's a great fighter. And I believe that he deserves to be number 2 on the pound-for-pound list, you know, but, you know, had the weight not been so dramatic on me, it would have been a totally different fight. You know?
I mean, look, we can talk.
I came into the fight and I did what was asked of me, you know, and I made the fight.
But I want, you know, people to realize what you went through, how you felt, you know, with the weight loss, because, you know, you was at my fight when I lost all that weight.
I knew what, it wasn't you, I know that,
So that's the kind of look, you know, like, I'm looking at you like, that looked like the same kind of look, man, that ain't me.
Like why would I risk something? You know, why would I risk this?
And then my performance didn't show up, my body is not reacting. So, and I know you get criticized you know, for.
But honestly, I'm not really upset with. I'm not. I don't think I received that much backlash from it because I think a lot of people saw, and they could tell that it was the weight. You know what I mean? Believe it or not, through that entire 10 rounds of the fight, I never was hurt. He never hit me with a punch where it was like I was like really hurt. It was just that me losing so much weight. Yeah. And then, you know, it was just like every time he hit me, it was just weak. Like it was just my legs wasn't over there. He would hit me and I would just go down from exhaustion, not from you know, being physically hurt, just from being exhausted. Yeah, just dead. So I mean, like I said, I'm not gonna take anything away from Andre Ward, the great champion, great world champion. I wish nothing but the best for him, but we definitely got to do it again, and I definitely be a different story at 175.
Oh, so you'll fight him at 75?
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
Yeah,
it's gonna happen.
He's a good fighter. You still champion.
Yeah, like I said, I'm gonna continue on my pace of what I'm doing at 175.
Yeah.
But eventually he'll be coming up to 175. And
yeah.
I'll be right there.
Do it again, be still champion.
So I still got something to look forward to. You know
that's good. Yeah. So what you got coming up?
Right now, I don't have anything coming up right now until May. The Pascal fight fell out. It was supposed to be March 23rd, a doubleheader with me and Pascal and Tavares Cloud and Bernard, but that fell out. So hopefully I could get something before then just to stay active and stay busy. But if not, you know, in May, me and Pascal do a rematch in Montreal.
Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Great atmosphere too.
Great atmosphere,
that'd be good. So what goals you got left for yourself in boxing?
That's the funny thing, you know. I just turned 30. And believe it or not, I still got goals. You know, I still want to be number one. I still want to be the pound for pound best. You know. Yeah. You know, I made the pound for pound list, which that was one of my goals. You know, I made the pound for pound list. I made it as far as number 8. So I want to get back on the pound for pound list.
That's a great goal.
I still got a lot to show. You know, I still got a lot to prove.
That's a great goal.
And I got to prove to people that I didn't slow down. You know, I didn't lose a step. You know, I want to show people that too.
Yeah. All right. One question I want to ask. Last one. Yeah. You see Adamic move up. He went from light heavyweight to cruiserweight
to heavyweight. Yeah.
Now he's heavyweight contender. I mean, one title. You think about doing the same thing?
Yeah, I thought about it. Yeah. But I got too much business at 175. You know. I think in the next 2 or 3 years, I think I'll touch the heavyweights. Oh yeah, your body. You think your body? Because you got height, you got the skill set. But I think in the next 2 or 3 years, I'd rather grow into it than force myself into it. Yeah. You know? I'd rather grow into it. So. Yeah, because I forced myself into it. Yeah, I know. But you a good heavyweight though. Yeah. You know, Steve heavyweights like you anymore. You know? Yeah. The closest heavyweight I seen to you was Chamber. What's his name? Eddie Chambers. Eddie Chambers. He's the closest, but not you, but close to it, but not you. Not your skill, not your head movement, He doesn't slip punches like you slip punches and make guys miss and pay. Yeah. He doesn't really have that, but he's the closest thing to you. But the heavyweights are just, right now, it's not looking good right now. But, not in America. Klitschko's going to be on top until they retire. Definitely. A lot of big guys. Man, I appreciate it. I appreciate everything, man. Thank you. And, I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of boxing. I'm a big fan of, you, because you remind me of myself when you get in the ring. And I just pray that you go a long way and you meet every goal that you set for yourself. Thank you, and I appreciate that. Thanks a lot, man. God bless you. I learned a lot from you on the way up too. Hey, thanks a lot, man. Thank you. You're watching the Bird's Eye View. Always check out Bad Chad Dawson. One the best light heavyweight. Now I can't say one. He's the best light heavyweight in the world doing this thing. And thank you for watching the Bird's Eye View. Make sure you be watching next week. I have on Zab Super Judah.